Did you guess it? Were you right? Letter E today on Technique Tuesday A to Z is the Elizabeth stitch. This stitch has a lot of texture and it makes a beautiful, beautiful fabric, and I cannot wait to share it with you. So follow me over to the table and let me show you how we do this stitch and practice on it. Make something, send me pictures and let me know what you made. I would love to see what you make with this stitch. And if you've made something with this stitch before, send me those pictures too. But also, after the tutorial's over, I'll be right back on here. So make sure that you watch the entire video because I have something fun to share with you at the end of this tutorial. All right, guys, it's time to learn the Elizabeth stitch. For this stitch, I'm just using a 4-weight yarn, and I'm using my Ophire 5mm crochet hook. And so what you want to do to get started, you want to make a chain. Let me find the end of my yarn here. There it is. It was hiding from me. You want to put a slip knot on your hook, of course, and you want to make a chain that's an even number. And what you're going to do is you're going to make this chain an even number, and then when you get an even number to the length you want your project to be, you will add 4 more. So for this one, I'm going to do 14 just for the sample. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. All right, so once you do that, what you're going to do is we're going to make our first Elizabeth stitch, and we're going to make it in 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th stitch from the hook. So what you want to do is go in to that 4th stitch from the hook, and you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over, go back into that same chain, yarn over and pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 4, and then you're going to chain 1 and make that loose. Don't make it real tight, okay? Then you're going to skip this next chain. You're going to skip the next chain, and you're going to do another Elizabeth stitch in this chain right here. So we're going to go in like we're doing a single crochet and stop right there. Yarn over, go back into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, and then do a chain 1. And we're going to do this all the way down the length of the chain, with ending in the last chain with 1 more Elizabeth stitch. And let me show you that one more time, and then I'll meet you at the end of this row. So you skip a chain, go into the next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go back into that same chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, and chain 1. All right, so I'm going to continue this down the length of this chain, and I'll be back in just a minute when I get to the end. All right, guys, I'm at the end where I skip 1, and I'm at the last chain. So I'm going to do 1 more Elizabeth stitch in that last chain. And then instead of chaining 1, we're going to chain 3 at the end. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to turn our work. And you can see the cute little, it's almost like puff stitches that this makes. So what we're going to do for this next row, and pull out some more yarn, is we're going to go where this chain is. We're going to go right to the base of the chain into that stitch right there and make our first Elizabeth stitch. So you go in, yarn over, go in that stitch again, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1. Then for the second one, you're going to go past this little puff stitch, and you're going to go right into the stitch beside it. So it's like if you look at the top of your work, you're going to have 1 chain, 1 and 2. So you're going to go under that second chain, not this one, but this one. And you're going to make your Elizabeth stitch. 4 loops, yarn over, pull through, chain 1. So just remember, all you're going to do on this row is you can either you can count 1, 2 and put your hook, or just remember that you can count the V's right here, well, let me get that out of the way. And you can count 1, 2, and that's the one you're going to go under, is the second one. Or you can just look at your puff and you're going to go right to the left of that puff stitch that was made, that Elizabeth stitch. So 1, yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull up a loop, chain 1. And you're going to do this all the way down this row and chain 1. Go into beside that puff to the left, yarn over, in, pull through all 4, chain 1, and then in the last one we are going to go in to, instead of going in next to the puff stitch, this was our turning chain, we're going to go into the top of our turning chain. And sometimes that takes a little work to get in that chain. Come on. Okay, so we're going to do an Elizabeth stitch in that chain. 1, yarn over, go in, well, there we go, yarn over, and since it's the last one, we're going to chain 3. Oop, got a little bit of yarn barf there, sorry. 1, 2, 3, turn our work. Okay, and so then again we continue with our Elizabeth. Remember, we go, our first one is at the base of this chain into that space right there, and we do our Elizabeth stitch. Yarn over, go back in that same stitch, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1. And I'm going to do this to the end, and I'll show you something when I get to the end of this third row. Alright guys, now I'm at the end of the third row, so for this, you work the third row like this throughout the rest of your project till you want the length that you want. So what we're going to do is, instead of into the chain, you've got a space right here that was made by your chain, right here. That space, well, I don't know if you can see it. This space right here that was made by that turning chain that we did, right here. So instead of into an actual chain, we're going to go into the space right there. All right, so we're going to go into that space and make our last Elizabeth stitch in that space. And then chain 3 because you're at the end, turn, and do that row again over and over. So you're just going to repeat that. You're going to chain 3, start your first Elizabeth stitch in the base, skip over and to the left of each puff and put another Elizabeth stitch. Sorry. Woo, that was a tongue-tied full, wasn't it? Go all the way in. Then when you get down to the end, you remember your last one is in that space made by that turning chain. You make your Elizabeth stitch, chain 3, and turn. And you keep working that just like that until you get the pattern that you want. And I just love, let me get all this out of the way so you can see it. I absolutely love the texture that this stitch makes on the fabric. It's beautiful. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today. Meet me back over at my laptop because I have some more information to share with you, and I'll be back in just a second. Live on Thursday. On Critters Crochet, there's a live on Thursday with the Spoony Stitcher Shannon. Live on Thursday, December the 5th. Join us, Shannon and Teresa, on Critters Crochet at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Live on Thursday, live on Thursday, live on Thursday. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video today. I really appreciate it very much. And let's get Critters Crochet to 2,000 subscribers. Hashtag Critters Crochet, road to 2K. So if you like this tutorial, there are lots more. So please like, comment, and subscribe to Critters Crochet. And make sure that you tap that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos when they come up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.